Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the webinar. I'm Amit, a technical manager from Engineering Technique. Today, we are going to see product development using 3D Experience SolidWorks. So, what is this 3D Experience platform is all about? So, the 3D Experience platform helps to solve the challenges faced by many product development companies by providing one single collaborative cloud-based environment. So we can connect all the project stakeholders, ideas, design data, solutions by using 3D Experience platform. You and your design teams quickly can evaluate SolidWorks designs as they develop because the 3D Experience platform is a cloud-based platform and you can access on any device, whether you are in office or working remotely from home or whether you're working with suppliers on the site. Essentially, we just need is internet connection and you can just log in via the web browser, via mobile device. So let's go ahead and see in more details. So to demonstrate our solution, we are going to develop a anesthesia workstation. So anesthesia workstation is a complex machine which is used in the healthcare industries. And throughout the process, we are going to see the overview of 3D Experience platform. So these are the contents for the today's agenda. How can we securely store and manage all the project data on the platform? We are going to see it through the 3D Experience platform overviews. How can we use the integrated communication tools which are available in 3D Experience with powerful design review tools for the collaboration? How can we effortlessly manage the details of the release process? And finally, how can we raise the issue for full traceability from the request till the completion? So to demonstrate such a solution, we'll take an example of the small team to see what it looks like to store and manage the data on the cloud along with the collaboration. So let me introduce my team. Amit is going to be the manager who will look after managing the data. Saurabh is the design engineer. Bhargav is a supplier or a vendor. And finally, Charudat is a production guy. So now Amit, as a manager, is going to show you the overview of 3D Experience platform. So now Amit is going to show 3D Experience platform. So he has logged in into the 3D Experience credentials using the credentials. Now you can see the dashboard here. So we can see the different dashboards for different roles and responsibilities. For the manager, you can have a different dashboard. And for the engineer, you can have a different dashboard. So basically, it's like a home page. You can customize it for different roles and responsibilities. So these are the tabs which are present in the 3D Experience dashboard. So right now in the key figures, so you can see the graphical charts like pie charts, bar graph, horizontal, vertical charts. These charts are derived from the Excel data, such as CSV and all those things. So it has been derived from the Excel data. You can even change the style of the charts. You can also change the color, or you can change the options from the pie chart to the horizontal chart. And now I'm going for the analytics and learning. So here I'll be having the frequently visited websites in web page reader. So we can also set up news feed to get the updated news in a feed reader. Also frequently accessed web pages. So I can just store these web pages so that I can easily access the pages whenever I want. So now we'll go for the 3D drive. So you can see the 3D drive is a solution that provides cloud-based document sharing capabilities where user can securely store, manage, share their documents from any device. So right now you can see I can just click on the project folder and I can click share. I can also change the accessibilities. I can share it with the external people or external members, right? Now I'm going to drop this bracket into the 3D play. So from 3D drive, I can just drag and drop in 3D play for visualization purpose. So I can just visualize what is the part looks like. Now I'll come to the 3D play later. Going back to this 3D drive. So Amit is creating this folder called as conveyor. Now this conveyor folder is empty. So I'm going to fill this and I'm going to drag and drop some of the assembly files, part files from the local drive into the 3D drive. So within a fraction of seconds, it gets uploaded into the 3D drive. So now I would like to visualize how the conveyor looks like. So I just drag and drop it into the 3D play. So this 3D play is visualizing the conveyor. So right now you can see the different views. I can change the views and let me keep it in the isometric view. I can even zoom in and zoom out the conveyor assembly. I can even rotate the conveyor assembly. And we can use pan option, zoom to fit, and these are the other tools. We can also change the view modes. So now I'm going for the tools where we can have automatic exploded view. Also, I can go for the measurements. For example, I would like to measure the from this point to another point. And basically, I can change the style. Also, I can change the font size. Even I can change the color and all those things. Let me delete this. Now going for the sectional view, I can also view the sectional view of this conveyor, and even I can modify its style. For example, I can rotate or I can have a angular cross-sectional view. So this is all about 3D play. Now going for the space. So space is a collaborative space is an area where people with different job functions can work together to produce and deliver contents. So there are different space for the different projects available here. And in that you have this different types of files, drawing files, even PDFs, even assembly files. It's basically a container. So you can see the thumbnails. You can basically change the display style. So from here, let me go for the life cycle. So collaborative life cycle provides services to manage the content life cycle for product development process. So here you can see the life cycle of the part which I have dragged in. So whether it's in work, frozen, released, or obsolete. Right now it is in the work, which is the maturity state. So I can change the maturity state from in work to freeze for the review. So you can see the maturity state is changed, and from frozen, we can change it to release. So basically, we can create, modify, open, save, duplicate, or any iterations or versions, we can create it using the lifecycle. Now, community is just like a corporate or enterprise social community where we can interact with a team and people can contribute to the projects. We have different communities here. We can post surveys, we can ask the questions, we can do the ideas, post the ideas. So here we can see the Saurabh has commented something here that he has assembled the components of anesthesia workstation on 3D drive. Please take a look and suggest me any modification. So I'm going to reply it. Okay, I will review the assembly. So now I'm going for the data drive where the Saurabh has uploaded the assemblies. So I'm just dragging that assembly anesthesia workstation into 3D play. So I can just visualize what has been created. So basically, we can rotate, we can pan, zoom the assembly. So I'm going to suggest something to the Saurabh. So I'm going to use the tools so that I can mark something here. So basically, you can annotate or we can create some sketches here. So here I'm suggesting to add the top cover. So we can add the text such as add top cover. And also at the bottom, I would like to have the wheels. So I am marking it with the new text as well as the arrow to add the wheels at the bottom. So now I can quickly share this on the community to the same post. So I'm selecting the community which is created Anesthesia Workstation, adding the titles and publishing it. So this will directly publish it to the community. So where we are discussing the about the projects. So right now you can see it has been added here. So basically community is very useful. It actually keeps the history of the conversation about the projects where we are working. Now moving to the document management. So now we are going to see how we can manage our project data and other documents on 3D experience. So now Amit, who is a manager, is going to create the collaborative space for the project. So now Amit is going to create the new collaborative space, giving the title as Anesthesia Workstation. So right now the workspace, which is the collaborative space, is empty. There are no files regarding the project. So now we are going to upload the files. So from SolidWorks, I will open the files, which are assembly files of Anesthesia Workstation. And also, along with that, technical publications such as drawing of the Anesthesia Workstation. So now we can access the 3D experience using the task pane of the SolidWorks. So we have to select the right collaborative space. So the space which we have created is anesthesia for saving these files on the collaborative space. Now, right now, it is not saved on the 3D Experience platform. The status is showing over here. Also, we can see the collab space is empty. So here I'm going to save it to the collaborative space. Now you can see all the files are saved onto the collaborative space. You can check the status, even it is who is working on it, what is the revision, is it the latest revision, or whether it's in work. So now you can see all the files are visible in the collaborative space. Now coming back to the bookmark. So bookmark actually provides you the quick navigation to items of interest without searching. So there is no need to search those files and again. So I'm going to create a bookmark for the project. So I'm going to put this assembly file into this bookmark. So I can add the existing files or upload it. So I'm going to add the existing files which I have recently uploaded on this space, that is AW_2000. So basically I can use the 6W tags for searching the products. So right now you can see when, where, what. These are called as 6W tags. So I'm filtering the physical product. So selecting the assembly just now, which I have loaded in space, it has been added. So not only that, we can also add the Word file also. Okay. Now let's go for the collaboration part. So where the integrated communication with the powerful design review tools we can actually have. So the files which are added to the bookmark, such as the assembly, or you can say document to the bookmark, can be collaborated with the other members. So let us see. So now I'm going for the information which I have just recently uploaded in bookmark. So I'm contacting with the Bhargav, which is a supplier. So I am asking the Bhargav any suggestions about this. So Bhargav is logging into the 3D Experience platform, and Bhargav is not a user of SolidWorks. He just wants to know what is the uh, knowledge, or you can say the structure of the assembly. So basically, he is exploring the what are the parts or what are the components which are going into the assembly. So even he can actually have a focus on which part he is accessing it. And also he can see the status such as maturity state and who is the owner of this part or who has modified it, what is the maturity state, whether it's in work or in release. And also we can use the 6W tags to filter out certain things. So last modified by Saurabh. So you can see the Saurabh has modified these files. You can see the top cover, assemblies and all those things. So now Bhargav, who is a supplier, is messaging to the manager Amit. So he has got some few ideas, feedbacks on this model, and he would like to contact Amit. So Amit is now contacting this Bhargav. He is going to start a meeting. He has started a video call. So video call between the Bhargav and Amit. It is just like a MS Teams meeting. So Amit is sharing his screen to Bhargav, and he is creating the markup. So basically 3D markup is an application which lets you to review the contents using a set of dedicated commands to annotate, measure, and comment on your contents. So it's basically like a slideshow. So this is the first view. So Amit is storing. He's creating another view. So the Bhargav is giving the feedback and Amit is actually recording through the review tools. So he has creating the uh, rectangle box as well as adding the text to add the components to hold the accessories and one more markup to add the cylinder at the back side using the annotation. Now this represents like a slideshow so that the designer can understand what should be changed. Now Amit is going to assign this task to Bhargav. So he is assigning the task. So he is going to drop the markup to the task. So basically, a task is nothing but we can assign the task to the designer. We can monitor. We can know the status whether he has started the work or not, whether the task is in the completed state or not. Now this task has been assigned to the Soro. Now let us see design release, how we can effortlessly manage the details of release process. So as soon as the designer receives the task, he is going to check what is the markup in the task pane of SolidWorks itself, and he's viewing what other changes to be done. So he's accessing all the files from 3D Experience and he's locking it. So he's editing it. So from the library, he's dropping the components which are frequently used. So he is going to assemble the component to the workstation and adding the fasteners and one more changes, which is adding the cylinder at the back side of the anesthesia workstation. And the assembly is completed. Even he is animating the exploded view so that we can visualize it properly. And now the same thing is reflected in the technical document that is in the drawing as an exploded view. And using the auto balloons to show the numbers which are reflected in the bill of material. Now he is going to save the changes on the 3D Experience platform. And he is going to change the maturity of this from in work to frozen, which is for the review. Now Saurabh has completed the task, so he is going to change the status from in work to completed. So this will notify the Amit that he has completed the task. And also he is sending a chat that he has completed the work. So Amit is going to get this. So Amit has received the notification what changes has been done. So now he is going to view what are the changes has been done. So through the attachment and using the 3D Play app for the visualization. So now he can see the components have been added, the back as well as the side. So now Amit is going to change the maturity state from the frozen to the release. So it will be released and the production guy can start producing the parts as well as assemble the components. Now, going for the change management. So suppose if there is any issue in the product, so how we can raise the issue and how we can capture the issues and how do we resolve the issues. So full traceability, that is from the issue requisitions to the completion of change action. So before that, let us understand what is this issue management is all about. So issue management is a service that allows to log, track, notify people, and work on resolving issues to better management of a project. We can create an issue to quickly log and track incidents and capitalize the knowledge on how they were resolved. And basically, you can create issue on any kind of object. Under that, we have change action. So once the issue has been created, we have to dedicate the change action to the designer. So we have to assign the designer so that he can do the changes under the change action law. So designers work under the control of change action. So when the work is complete, a functional level review validates the changes. Then approval of change action releases the item and completes the change action. So once the designer keeps the change action in approval mode, then the route management will start. So let us see what is the route management. So a route management is basically an application that allows user to accomplish business activities by involving people with precise roles and tasks. So a route will be like it's a predefined series of tasks to define a business process. It could be a design review, it could be a design release and change, document management. So what is the benefit of this route management? So it will have a complete traceability of context, progress, and status of all the stakeholders. So let us see how this can be executed. So now the Charudat, who is the production guy, is having some issue with the top cover of the anesthesia workstation. So he has raised the issue in the community that there is an issue on the top cover. So he has also attached the image of the top cover. You can see add fillets at the corner, which is 1 mm in fillet. So we are facing this issue. He has commented and he has tagged the Saurabh. So Saurabh is going to reply, sure, we'll raise the issue. So now this is the issue management app, and we can see the 3D review issue. So here you can see he is visualizing it and he is raising the issue on the top cover. So he is creating the new issue, adding the title, description, or any resolution which is recommended. What is the priority of this issue, and also the due date. So the due date is 22. Now he's going to assign the contents. So what are the contents? Affected items. So the top cover is a affected item. And what is the context? So the context is going to be the assembly. This shows the revision also and the attachments. So here again, he is going to add some annotations or you can say marks where we can add the labels so that the designer can understand where should he work. And also you can add the members, who is the owner, who are the assignees, who are the contributors, who are the informed users. So now you can see the issue has been created. Right now it's in the draft state in the maturity. And what are the files added under the issue to the top cover? One is the top cover and the assembly. You can also see some more information about this issue. So you can see what are the attachments, what are the who are the members, what are the comments under this. So changing the status of this issue from draft to do work. So now raising the change action. So it will automatically fetch the title and you can set the severity of it. So right now the change action is set as a draft. You can see the change action has been added under the issue. The change action can be raised separately. Right now you can see the my change actions. What are the change actions recorded here? So under the change action, you can see who are the members, what is the proposed changes, what are the realized changes for the approvals. So under the member, we can also add the assignees approver. So right now, approver is the root. So we are adding the root template. And the proposed changes. So right now, we are going to do the change assessment. So change assessment of the top cover. So we want to see this will show who is the parent for this. So parent is basically the assembly. So this will be added to the proposed changes. So once this is done, the maturity state is changed to in work. So once this is in work, the revision will be changed automatically. Now Saurav is going to work on this under the change action log. So whatever the design changes are there, it will be recorded under this change action. So he's going to add the fillets at the corners as per the requirements. Now after doing the changes, he is going to save these modifications to the 3D experience, as well as he is going to change this maturity status to frozen for the review. We can see the maturity status is frozen, as well as the revision has been changed from A1 to B1. By setting it into the approval. So once this is in approval stage, the root management kicks in. So you can see the first review is awaiting the approval. So now the person is going to review this, the design changes. You will get the notification to review the changes. And the approver adds the comments at the first stage that it is approved. And once it is approved, the first stage is cleared. So the first task is cleared. Now the status will change from draft to approved. Now it goes to the next stage for the review. So the person who is doing the review will get the notification that he has to review this. Now Amit is going to review this. So he has to add the comments that this is approved and changing this status to approved. Now, once this route is completed, automatically the maturity state becomes completed and the part which is in the frozen becomes released. Now we can compare with the previous version. So the version B1 and version A1, what is the difference between these versions? It is highlighted using the colors. You can see the orange is for the B1, blue is for the A1. Even we can export the log in terms of PPT or CSV, what changes has been done, who was the owner, who worked under this change action, so that it will be helpful for the auditing purpose. What is the actual start, creation start date? What is the modification date? Who were the assignees? What was the action taken? What was the resolution statement? So this document becomes helpful for resolving the issues. Suppose in future, if we face a similar type of issues, we can check this and we can resolve these issues as soon as possible. So uh, let us summarize. So we have seen the overview of 3D experience platform. So we have also seen the how we can securely store the project data on the cloud. And also we have seen the powerful integrated communication tool and the powerful design review tools which are available, such as 3D markup, and how we can effortlessly manage the design release process and full traceability from the request to completion.